So for those of you who don't know, Juneteenth is actually on Saturday. So it's June 19th every year. And so you probably are familiar with the 4th of July. So this is celebrating political freedom, but Juneteenth is actually celebrating human freedom. So Juneteenth is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States. So slavery ended technically when President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, but it had little impact on those who were in Texas because there weren't a lot of Union troops there to enforce this executive order. So the folks who were enslaved in Texas, and specifically in Galveston, Texas, didn't find out that they were free until June 19th, 1865. And so that's why we celebrate this day, because that's when they received the news that the war had ended and the enslaved were now free. And so you'll also see companies leaning in recent years, doing lunch and learns and different events internally so that we can continue to educate each other, as well as some companies are doing days off. So while Juneteenth is a beautiful time to acknowledge the trauma of the 4 million enslaved people and their descendants, we encourage people to think about small acts or large that you can do to create an equitable experience inside of your team and your companies. And Juneteenth is a celebration. It is a very exciting celebratory moment, but we also want to be cognizant of what is going on in the Black community right now and how Blacks in America are being treated. So I identify as a Black woman, and so we are seeing the national attention around the Black Lives Matter movement, the acts of police violence and racial profiling that are continuing and even increasing, the disproportionate impact of mass incarceration on the Black community, and discriminatory housing policies. And we're also seeing how the current voting rights are being attacked. Specifically, you may have seen some news in Georgia, which was a fundamental part of the Civil Rights Act. We are also seeing Black people being killed exponentially from COVID, and also they experienced higher job loss due to the pandemic and are now struggling to get back into the workforce. So we want to balance this celebratory moment with also a bit of reality of we are not there yet, and we still have some more fighting to do.